Hello everyone, it's Applemint and welcome back again to my channel. As always, I post a new video every Friday, so if you're interested in art related videos and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. So this week I had posted a poll online. I was between the left hand challenge and the art room slash studio slash art supply tour. I was leaning more toward the left-handed art challenge, but then I thought to myself, I want to call it the 2019 studio tour, so I kind of would rather do that at the beginning of the year, and it's still January, so now's a good time. So left-handed is gonna wait a little bit. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit about my little studio area. So the room that I currently do all of my videos in is an extra room in the house. Half of it's for me, and then the other half's just kind of like, I mean, as you know, by the treadmill that. Anyway, I'm gonna be showing you guys all of the art supplies that I currently have up here and how I store them. And I'm just excited to show you guys everything that I have and where I work. I'm also really excited to film this video because years ago I only had like 10 Copic markers and Prismacolor pencils, and that was about it. That was the extent of my collection of art supplies. I mean, as you can see now, and I'll show you more in depth in a bit, but I have way more Copic markers than that now. I'm just really lucky to have all of the things that I have. And also, thank you guys so much for 300,000. I'm so happy and proud, and I don't even know how it came to this. I did not expect this a year ago, so thank you guys so much for being there and following me on YouTube and on Instagram and anywhere else that you support me. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you all. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna start showing you around the room. So here is my workstation for the most part. We'll start here first. So this is the main tripod that I use when I'm filming my intros, and I'll have it like pointing toward me like that. I used to use this for filming all of my main videos. I would put it like this right in front of me when I was drawing and have the camera facing down, but the problem with this was obviously it's like really difficult to get your arm around it. So it was extremely difficult to film, and I managed for a long time, actually. I'm surprised I did, until I found out that this was a thing. And this is one of those like clamp arm tripods. Well, I guess it's not a tripod, but we'll call it that for the sake of argument. But it clamps onto the windowsill right here, and I can adjust this arm however I want. I have it facing like this, and then I just clamp my camera in here, and it goes straight down to whatever I'm drawing. So that is way better than what I had going on before. I still use this tripod, but not for the drawing aspect anymore. And then over here I keep my little figure. It's one of those posable little figures, and it's really helpful when I like don't know what pose to do or I need a reference. There's Peep. Okay, now for the Copic case. Woo. You guys have seen this in a lot of my videos. It's always in the background, but I push it to the side here when I'm drawing usually. It's usually turned out a little bit more to keep it next to me in my intros, but then I push it back here when I'm not filming and when I'm just kind of drawing. So yeah, I keep all of my markers in here, at least all of the Copics. I do have Artify markers in here, and I do have Fine Color, I believe, are in here as well. So those are all the main ones that I use, and then I have my refills right next to it. I have, I think, 24 refills, if I can math correctly right now. But yeah, I keep them next to it, so whenever I need something, they just, they're right there and they're handy. And then next to it, I keep some extra pens and various things that I don't really use as much. They're just kind of here, I don't know. And this was actually the original tripod that I had before that one over there and before that one. That's what I used to use like for my old videos in 2017 and maybe beginning of 2018, I don't know. So right here behind me, I keep my little plushies behind me with my little blanket here to make it look nicer behind me, just to make it a little bit more aesthetic, because we can all appreciate a good aesthetic look, can't we? Can you? Pom-pom princess, yes. Okay, now it is time for the big boy. Okay, so this shelf is actually something that is fairly new as of like the past few months, and I have more supplies downstairs, but they're kind of just like the extra stuff. This is the stuff I use the most often. So here is my Jerry Artorama's Everywhere light. This just kind of came with like a purchase I got once. Ooh, that looks really weird on camera. And basically anything that I've like, places I've gone or like pop figures I've collected. I just kind of like to stand them here, although she does not like to stand. Like, why? Why don't you stand? So I have everything kind of sorted into different like areas, so we can go through all of them one by one, and we'll start with this one. Okay, so I propped my phone up on the tripod so I can use both hands here. But this top one I mainly use to store like brushes and like not utensils, but like mostly brushes and extra pens and things like that. So I have my extra micron pens that I got, and I haven't used these sizes yet just because I don't need them yet. But those are in there, as well as, this should not be in there, some extra, like I have a calligraphy brush that I believe I got from a subscription box last year. It might have been the Creative Art box that gave me that one. And then I keep some extra like of my Arteza brushes. I can probably put them over there in that little thing next to my Copic case. I've got some extra inks. I wasn't really sure where to put these. These came from also the Creative Art box that I got last year, and I wasn't really sure where to put them. And then I have this pen that is a leaf, well, it always does this, it always falls apart, but it's a leaf, like or a blade of grass, sorry. And this is my carrot pen. Woo, carrot pen. That's just some extra stuff. And then this should not be in this, little cubby, but this is my Sakura Koi watercolors. So yeah, they have a lot of use. As you can see, the paints are very used because I like this one. This was like one of my first nicer watercolor kits. Okay, so this next area has mostly like new paints. Like I have a lot of Arteza stuff you'll come to see. I have a lot of stuff. So I've got, ooh, that's me in the camera. I've got the 72 set of fine liners because those are the ones I use most often when I need colored fine liners. Then I've got the, I believe, are these the watercolors? Yeah, these are the watercolor paints. And then I've got the gouache paints on this side. Say that. And then here are the real brush pens, the 96 set. There's a lot in there. And up here, I don't know why it's in there, but this was all Peeps' little friends. So all my little other squishies that I think I showed off in a live stream last year, they were in there. And then here is where I keep my extra paper for when I take pictures, like my backgrounds. When I take pictures of things for my online shop, I leave them in here just so they don't get messed up. Now let's move into this one right here. So this is the cubby where I keep all my sketchbooks, my notebooks. So I try to keep them in order of size and use kind of. So like one of my watercolor books goes here in the front. I don't ever use this wooden palette. It's just kind of there, but I didn't know where else to put that. I've got some extra blank mini canvases here. I've got this new book for Bristol paper, and this is going to be for like Copic marker drawings and things when my other one is full. So that's what that's for. And then I have an extra sketch pad here that I use when I'm doing like, I think, did I show this one? I don't know if I showed this one. Oh, there's my eye drawing. Mostly when I do like sketch type drawings for videos, or I'm just kind of planning things, I'll use that. Here is the sketchbook that I showed in my 2018 sketchbook tour. So that's that one. Keep it in here. It's very heavy now that it's like full with artwork. Next, I have this light board that I got off of Wish like last year sometime. Then I've got a 32 pack of watercolor sheets here by Arteza, and I have like a ton of these, so I only put one in here for now. And then when it runs out, I will replace it. And this is my B paper that I also like to use for when I do commissions and things. I've got some extra marker paper from Arteza. I'm not too crazy about this one. It's a bit thin. I prefer my B paper a lot more, or the Bristol paper, so I just kind of keep it here, but I don't really use that one. And then I've got this gray sketchbook that I don't think I've ever shown anybody really. I mean, unless you were on my Instagram like 2 or 3 years ago when I originally posted these drawings. They're like sketch kind of drawings. Like they're supposed to look all colored in black and white. So yeah, these were done in 2016. That's about 3 years ago now. So this sketchbook I don't really use as often, but it's pretty cool. I need to dust that. Wow, that's embarrassing. Okay, next one. Okay, up next, this is where I keep a lot of like watercolors. So as I was filming this, the whole thing like opened and everything fell out. So one moment, please. Just one moment, please. take two. Okay, so what I was trying to take out before was my watercolor pencils. You might remember this when I sell pencils to my, I think it was $1, no, it was Crayola watercolor pencils. So yeah, this is my like bougie set, which I don't really use that much, to be completely honest. But that's just because I don't use watercolor pencils much. Here's the dollar store paints from my dollar store paint versus my Speak of the Devil $100 watercolors. Watercolors. Wow. Still can't believe these are worth that much because that's a ridiculous price for art supplies. But, you know, they were still nice, so that's good. Then we've got my Crayola stuff. This is the most important art supply you will ever have. So please take notes, everybody, because this is the key to success, is having one of these. This is a set of pencils, so like all different leads and charcoal, and I got this in a Art Snacks box, so I think it was like 2016. Honestly, I do not use pencil much. Like I don't do graphite work, so I don't use those. But that was like a subscription box, so it's not like I chose that. I didn't know it was gonna be like a pencil month. Here are my Prismacolor pencils. These, as you can tell, a lot of the like short pencils in here and unsharpened ones. These have gotten a lot of love, so they stay here because I do use those. And then, what is this? Okay, these are metallic. Technically, like, can be used, I think they were called wine glass markers, but they are metallic markers that I can pretty much like put over anything. And then these, honestly, I don't know why this is in there. This was like from that Wish video that I did a year ago. I gotta like sort everything out, you know? But this is the video to show you what I have and where I keep it. Okay, now we're getting into dangerous territory. And by dangerous, I mean, so the whole top half of this shelf is like the organized side, right? And that's like the stuff I use all the time. But then when we go over here, this is like the craft bin is what I like to call it. It's not really a craft bin, so let me show you what I mean. So in this bin, I kind of keep a bunch of like nonsense and extra trinkets. Like, what even is this ruler? Why so floppy? And then I have like a lot of extra ribbon, and like when I say a lot, I mean I just have a lot of ribbon that I'm always saying like, oh, I'll use it for a project, and then I don't. But actually I have used this for like making gifts, and back when I would do like cosplay accessories and stuff, like this stuff I do use, so I keep it in the art room, but it's not really like I'm using it for my videos. Have some extra washi tape here. I have like a ton more, an embarrassing amount downstairs. But then I've got some stamps, which I don't use. I have extra ribbon, and actually I didn't buy most of this ribbon. A lot of it was given to me by my friend who had extra ribbon and didn't want it, so. Then I've got, okay, so I was sent this by a company last year, like this electric eraser, and I've been meaning to like use it, but I've just been like, I don't know, like I don't know if I could. I guess I could make a whole video on it, but I wasn't sure. And then I put it in here and forgot it existed. So if you care about this electric eraser, you tell me. I've got some extra paints that I'm just gonna leave there. I've got these lovely animal stamps from Wish, which are kind of like why is it stuck to the side like that? You tell me. They're like oddly sticky. Ew, I don't even want to touch it. Like I don't know what's happening here. There's some kind of like mysteriousness on it, and it's kind of gross, and now my finger feels weird, and I don't like it. Do not like it one bit. This is a stamp pad with ink. I think this is a yellow one. I think I have a red one downstairs. Here is the mythical engraving pen that actually still works. Wow. Is this gonna hurt? No. And then I've got, you know, like literally just extra nonsense. Like what even is all this? So right down here you will see, well, let's start with this. This is that giant glitter set that I used in that video with the glitter challenge I did. That was such a mess, but hey, the glitter is beautiful in here. And in case you don't remember or you didn't see the video, they're all in like little tubes, and they're all so beautiful, honestly. It's just like aesthetic to look at all this glitter. Then this is an Artify bag. This is actually what all those Artify markers, these that came, that I put in my Copic case, this is what they came in originally. This is literally like the dumping ground for like extra pens. This is also from Arteza, not used yet, but I actually would think it would be fun to do some kind of polymer clay thing, because now I have a ton of polymer clay in here and literally like so many colors. I think there's 40 something, 42 colors in here. And then I have a few tools it came with, so. Oh, this is not gonna close again, is it? Okay, so with this bottom area, it's kind of like the catch-all for stuff that I don't have another place for, but I wanna keep up here. So this is my bag that I actually got from Etcher and I need to use more. Okay, then you remember the clay. I showed you the clay. This is a set of 42 sculpting tools. And then here are a bunch of mini canvases. Woohoo! They're all individually wrapped. And then I have another thing that I have not yet used. Fabric paint. That is that little shelf area. And then this, I'm not even sure if I should pull it out, but ooh. Yeah, this is like the catch-all. Oh, there we go. So guys, that is my shelf. That is the stuff that I use the most and where I keep everything that I use for my videos. I just kind of come over here and grab it. I realize I don't have the most conventional setup for my art stuff. It's just kind of, to me at least, it feels all over the place, but like a lot of people wanted to see my collection, so I figured why not show it. This is where my artwork and the magic happens. So yep, let's get ready to do the outro and I'll see you guys in a second. So guys, that is my workspace. I don't really know what you'd call it. Like I said, as you could see, it's not really like a studio because to me that's kind of like the entire room, but this is just where I work. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing where I make my videos and the supplies that I have. I hope it inspires you in some way. I don't know. I personally love looking at art supplies and like I love looking at people's workspace. It gives me inspiration. So that's all I have to say for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I have all of my links in the description box below. I have the link to my online shop where you can find all of my charms, keychains, prints, stickers, pins, everything that I make and I draw. I post there, so go check that out if you're interested. I also have my Instagram linked below where I post artwork and things that I'm working on that I don't post here on the channel. And I also have the link to my Amino below. If you have the Amino app, you can join my Amino there. You can post your own artwork, chat, make friends, and join my fan club if you're interested in that. So I will see you guys all in my video next Friday. I hope you all have an amazing week, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye bye!